for air. Titans. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. This is taking you to 13. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Coming to you.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks.
Brandon, after last week we went over 200 yards. Looks like the hot tub, cold tub, whatever he did, it worked pretty well.
Much chatter about that performance. Rightfully so. AFC Offensive Player of the Week. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. A big run by Kareem Hunt. 45 yards on the ground. They had trouble stopping the run last week in a loss, and here it rears its ugly head early.
You're supposed to try and get your confidence going after a loss like that where you gave up big yards running the football. This is not the way to go about it. It looks exactly as it did just a week ago.
Here's the second year back out of NC State, Nyheim Hines. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1. The carry here for the big tight end. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Jack Doyle, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Rolling to his right, eluding the pressure right. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Kenny Clark, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. 3rd and long, it's Tannehill. And this is going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
But you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Brings up 2nd and 10. At the
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. from the shotgun. It's Brissett. Able to find the rookie from Ohio State, Paris Campbell. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches.
You must be dreaming. 59.
Out of the gun, Brissett. He's going to go deep for Funchess. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Thought they were going to force a 4th down. Instead, P.I. gives them the first.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. From the gun, here's Brissett. Campbell making the catch. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Paris Campbell, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? R-A-C?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Chris Jones racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Tannehill flushed out right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Meanwhile, checking in on what's going on in Baltimore. And it's the Ravens that have moved out to an early advantage. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. He gets it to Brown, complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 25-yard line.
It's a gain of 20. 1st down, Tennessee.
But we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Seventh play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
You ain't going nowhere.
Throwing again is Tannehill. And he's got him in, Corey Davis. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
He finds Humphreys, and he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the 1st. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
61, matchbox, right.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. Flush to his right. He'll run it. Touchdown, Tennessee. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10 at the 40. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5. After one, 14-6 our score on EA Sports. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. Now Brissett. And Pascal's got it. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 39.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. Brissett sets to throw it. That'll be caught by Rodgers. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
That's another Colts 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Brissett going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Kareem Hunt with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
Hey, Alpha.
Now a 1st down throw, Tannehill. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Jones, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Sacks a growing theme in this 1st half. This is 2nd and long. Now it's Tannehill. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Darius Leonard make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
He's coming, double up. Check. Fresno. Hey, seam six. Ready.
From the gun, here's Tannehill. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Justin Houston in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Daquan Jones fighting his way home to get the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away, because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. It's 3rd and long for Brissett. Catch made here by Campbell. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle, there to make the stop.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Now this one complete to Corey Davis. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Back to throw, Tannehill. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. Oh, good move. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
It's a gain of 6.
3rd and 4, he did just enough, and I mean just enough to move the chains.
And that's all you're looking for, right? Just want to keep the drive moving. You don't need the big play there. Just get to that marker that you described, and he was able to do just that.
On 1st down, Tannehill. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Tannehill, and Walker has it. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Tannehill on first down. Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked off by Brad McDougal. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
The first takeover is first down at the 20-yard line.
I'm here all day. Watch tight end. Even. 4 down. Even. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight. There we go.
On first down, it's Hunt. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Vinatieri's kick is good. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Keep playing. Ready, set.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into the...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain there of 30 big ones. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's Tannehill. He finds his running back, Mixon. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. That really sets him back, a loss of 6. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Tannehill throwing again. This one caught by Davis. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Brett Kern now as he's on to... And look at this. It's a fake. And this is caught. The trick play works. Excellent execution. 8 on that fake and a 1st down. And I don't know what the method is to know when to dial up a fake punt, when not to. Whatever the method there, it worked for him.
I think you actually did explain it. There is no method. It's just a feel, a sense, and a healthy dose of guts in order to call that play in that situation.
Element of surprise, I guess, right?
Yeah, element of surprise and just a strong belief in, hey, we're going to get it done.
Chris Jones on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Watch the run. Watch the run. It's shot, baby. That's a baby shot.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. It's caught. Humphreys. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3.
That's right, baby. They don't want it. Now.
And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need him to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
To throw again on 2nd down. Brissett gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Brissett going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 8 for 8 now, throwing the ball to start the game. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. A gain of 3, 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Throwing. Brissett. It's caught by Funchess. A gain there of 30 big ones. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the 3rd quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Funchess has it complete. And a loose football. It's picked up by the Titans. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Tannehill. This will be caught by Brown. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Greystone, Travis. Hey, shoot. Check 3, check 3. Look at me. Go on. Big rip.
Tannehill now to throw. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A.J. Brown, 79 yards. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be.
And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. Terrell Suggs in there for a milestone sack as that moves him past Hall of Famer Michael Strahan, who finished his career with 141.5. Here's Brissett. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here's Jackson to return. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And the Titans are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. That burst good for 20 and a first down. He came right off the bench. That's his first carry of the game, and he left an indelible mark on the game.
Did not just bring fresh legs off the bench. He brought a fierce mind as well. He had a lot to prove, didn't he? He thinks he's as good as the guy who's the starter. Wanted to prove it, and boy, did he on that play.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. Dancing to his left. He'll try and run it. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
While you admire anyone trying to pick up an additional couple of yards, they're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have to stay in the game and stay on the field.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 14. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
1st and goal. A touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts. Here's a run with Mixon. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
I don't know if there's any other way to put it, but that play was blown up right from the snap. How about the guys on the defensive side of the ball? It's almost like they were in the offensive huddle.
Yeah, it's one thing to stand him up from that 1-yard line. Pushing him back to the 5, though. Wow.
Yeah, I like what you just said there. Not just stand them up, but they end up making a play on the other side of the line of scrimmage.
Another try for Mixon. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 9th touchdown of the season, as they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the 4th quarter. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
22 Jet Bomber, 22 Jet Bomber. 5.
Out of the gun, Tannehill, and he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the 4th. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done, get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down.
56, check 56. What we got? What we got?
They'll run again with Hunt. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Campbell making the catch. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, not at all. He came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 50-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They run again with Hunt. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
They'll run on first down. Hunt. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. On second down now, it's Hunt. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. And they'll indeed take a knee. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. On 2nd and goal, the lone man in the backfield is Hunt. And they take a knee.
The play lost a yard. It's now 3rd and goal.
Now here's a timeout as they will indeed call it with 5 seconds to go and a chance with a field goal to win the game. So it comes down to a man who has done this many, many times before, Adam Vinatieri. He made his only attempt earlier. This for the win. Oh, that's offline. He hooked it. It's no good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. So we would have figured that one to be 3 points in the bank, but this game, can be unpredictable at times.
Yeah, he knew he needed to pull it ever so slightly to get it going in the right direction, but he seemed to put a little too much on it, and from short range, that is a bad miss for an NFL kicker.
Now Tannehill. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone. For a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Jones, he's the culprit, and that is his 15th sack of the season as his great year continues. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Here's Tannehill. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on first down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off. Not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on third down. Makes it manageable now.
Go! 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
First throw in overtime for Tannehill. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked by Pierre Desir. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. You throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. 18 yards that time to push him up, 1st and goal. You know they'd love nothing more than to get a 3-and-out here after having the interception.
And it also tells you a little bit about how they feel about their leader, right? Their quarterback throws an interception in the previous series. They're trying to help him out here with a big stand.
I'm on. I got double tight. 3 down.
They'll try to run with Hunt. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the Colts, the win moves them a couple games over 500 now at 7-5. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, the playoffs look to be out of reach now as they drop to 4-8. And they'll be off to Oakland next week for a date with the Raiders. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.